values of being responsible for nature. It is vital for me to ensure a green and great Mother Earth for all generations. I'm inspired to support the movement because I see the impact it has on individuals all around the world. With my 10 million tree planting project adding more impact to it. Earth Hour is important because it allows us to work towards achieving better resources for nature. Tourism and agriculture are the backbones for Tanzania's economy, and they're also nature-based. So if we don't stop climate change now, these sectors will collapse. I believe in the power of unity and that the climate crisis is a matter of urgency.
I'm Renee Noor, model, creative director, founder of Global Women Wealth Warriors, Wellness Hub, and GW3 Magazine. I dedicated my life and devoted my career into helping women and girls to achieving their goals. I've been passionate about empowering women and enriching men. This opportunity in working with the Global Women Wealth Warriors have afforded me the pleasure of traveling outside of the country to be a support unit, most importantly, to help impact and change lives. Our ultimate purpose is to help others to become whole from finance, spiritual, mental, as well as physical. We know there are challenges and obstacles to get you to the next level. However, it's time for you to level up, boss up, and welcome to Power to Soar. And we are here with GW3 Live, and not only we're ready to level up, we like to say we rise up to soar. I'm Renee Noor, your host for another incredible segment as we bring together not only these phenomenal 100 most influential leaders to watch out for, we're going to also bring some of our honorees that's going to be in the space as well. You know, yesterday we had an incredible day. We were able to rock it out with the renowned artists alongside with book author, over 153 books that Mr. Greg S. Reed have been able to accomplish. And so today we got another surprise for you. Are you ready? Well, make sure you share it out. Let everyone know that not only we're grateful to have this next iconic, phenomenal woman joining us. Oh my goodness. She's traveled from around the world, born and raised right there in Tanzania, but she resides in Canada where, man, there's never a dull moment around this queen herself. Her Excellency, the ambassador, our very own Miriam Adam is here with us today. Hello, hello, hello. And how are you doing, beautiful?
Excellent, I can say.
You look incredible. Look like you jumped right off of one of those incredible global magazines. What are you wearing over there? Come on, tell us.
Tanzania, the Maasai, honoring our Maasai women, you know. They say if they cannot be here right now with us, we can carry them with us.
I love it. Well, you know, we're excited to have you here speaking as not only one of the 100 most influential global leaders to watch for, but you also going to be one of those incredible leaders that's going to be receiving your Lifetime Achievement Award on behalf of the President of the United States. But before we get into that, our very own Ambassador Miriam, let all the viewers know who you are, because I know for sure you can only introduce yourself the best way. Only the queen knows how. Miss Miriam, please let everybody know who you are.
Thank you very much, my ambassador, my queen, Renee. First of all, I appreciate to be here. I'm honored to be nominated for the Presidential Awards, and I'm looking forward to attend in Atlanta. So if you're not coming, it's your loss. Be there. My name is Miriam Adam. I'm a wife, proud mother, proud grandmother, proud sister, proud community activist, with working alongside with local and international. So I'm in North America and Africa, We don't leave our people behind. When you get opportunity, you go back and bring it back. I am the ambassador for African Union 6th region for trade and tourism in North America. And I am a former board of director. I was the only Black woman sitting on the board of director of Toronto Community Housing, helping the local community. I am the ambassador for World Peace too. And I am board of director of Windsor International Diaspora for Africa. So I can go on. So I'm wearing a mini umbrella, and I sit on the Black advisory for our mayor of the city of Brampton here in Canada, where I live. And they said, start local, where you are, right there in your backyard. Always go global. And I'm the sales director for the Zara Tanzania Adventure. I take people to get that retreat, get that the tourism, get that the trade. Because when you do the tourism, then you can know the Africa. So I am a tour operator. I enhance the culture, the arts, the music. So we bring a lot of our musician and culture to North America to perform when we're having events, when we are having Black History Month. So all those things is kind of interacting North America and Africa. So we're here for you. I'm not going to say more because there's a lot to say.
Oh my goodness. Guys, make sure you put hearts up for our very own Miriam. That's why I said you have to introduce yourself, because beautiful, you are truly a pioneer where it relates to not only connecting souls. You've done an amazing job all the way from Tanzania. It just all depends on what who's saying it, right? But also Canada. But I like to say you have been like the sister right around the world, and everyone just seems to love you because you just got that so much love inside of you, very infectious. I want to know this question, because with all of those different titles that you have, being the mother, being the grandmother, being the entrepreneur, we want to know, how do you balance it all? When do you have time? Talk to us about that. How do you find harmony with you living your best life, but at the same token, you being the beautiful grandmother as well as a wife and also a gorgeous sister to the one and only Mama Zara? Please share.
Positive energy attract positive things. You are who you hang around with. It gives you that energy and perspective how to live your life. If you hang around the people who are lazy, they don't want to move, they don't want to think out of the box, you're stuck in the same circle. I was there before. I don't want to go back there. So I start looking for influential people who want to move forward, people who want to refuse to say no for just eat what you have. No. Always think, dream big, right? Until it scares you. Then you can start to make your dream come true one at a time. So I always think big for our people in the continent. So if they say even in the plane, you have to wear your own mask first, right? Then you can give another person. So always try to see if that thing works for you. Then you can help another human being to lift them up. Like the way Mount Kilimanjaro, the way we are climbing the Mount Kilimanjaro for purpose, right? You have to take one person at a time and then hold each other up. As if yes, you can, right? There's nothing you can't do as long as you breathe, you're healthy, and think positive. Everything is possible. So don't ever refuse to settle for just no. No, it's just maybe, or I'm thinking about it, and you need your nose to get to your yes, right? So don't be scared. We all start from somewhere.
Absolutely. Don't be scared. We all have to have that humble start somewhere. I love the fact that you understand your value. You understand, also your strength, because a lot of people have a hard time with this one, Miriam, understanding their strength. And so I love the fact that you know how to embrace your strength. You work alongside being public relations there, also with several of the different corporations that you support. And you are truly, oh my goodness, you truly have that down to a T, because you're very keen to embracing relationships and also understanding what's important to each other, and I think that comes from that nurturing spirit, that nurturing heart that you have. So we not only congratulate you, we honor you for being that conduit to humanity, especially women, because I saw you working that power. Oh my goodness. How do you, I mean, you have women all around the globe and they just absolutely love you. What do you find? Because a lot of people have a problem with this one, Mary. When you have a very straightforward, an alpha woman that is very hungry for relationships, but knowing how to also do business, sometimes you can't really work alongside with other women. Have you experienced that before?
Yes, many times, but I never give up. Like for me, my eye and my heart is Mama Zara, the owner of East African woman who worked very hard. Her name is Zainab Ansel, owner of and director of Zara Tanzania Adventure for 36 years. So I started with her when I was 18 years old. Just imagine. And now I'm a grandma. So you can imagine. I don't give up. And she always stand up. Now stand up tall. Don't give up. This is just temporary. It's not permanent. You are the only person can make it permanent. So if somebody gave up, always try to find a way to show them their strength, because they cannot be me. I cannot be my queen, Renee, no, my queen Renee. No way. But I can learn from her, and she teach me my own strength, how I can accomplish what I want to do in life. When you hang around with the success women and who are amazing sharing their story, it helps you to realize one or two, we are all connected. Like the way I'm connected to Mama Zara. When I stand up here, I know she's here with me. She never give up on anybody across her, local or international. And in men's world, when you have a business, you get a lot of challenges. But when you hang around with powerful women who already been there, done that, went through that, they encourage you. It's just a temporary. Don't give up. So one thing I know, we do have those challenges, but I know there's a solution for it.
Yes, I love that. We have the challenges, but we have to remember that we can work together, as you said. And it's important for us to realize no competition amongst each other. We can come to collaborate and we can come to celebrate. But one of the person that we're going to compete against, and that's ourselves. That's our very own selves, right? Knowing that we have to keep striving for excellence, and that comes from personal development, alongside with just applying yourself. One of the things I loved about you, Marion, you show up, you know how to make it happen. Talk to us about not only being in the moment, but using your gifts so therefore you can not only shine, but help others to shine. Tell us about that, because I saw you. Oh my goodness. Guys, let me tell you, a little birdie. I met her beautiful superstar sister in Tanzania, fell in love with Mama Zara. We had the opportunity of going to her beautiful, beautiful property. In fact, that's where the Global Women Wealth Warriors first planted our first tree, and it was an avocado tree right there in the property of Arusha with Mama Zara property. And so now I had the opportunity of meeting Miriam. So of course, Mama Zara's like, you gotta meet my sister. You really need to meet my sister. And it took us a little time to connect because sometimes with business entrepreneurs, we're pretty much doing a couple other things. But once we connected, oh my goodness, it's like, where have you been all my life, girl? Oh my God. So please tell us, where do you get this energy from, Miriam? Okay, because you really have this sensational energy about yourself. So please let everybody know where did this burst of energy come from?
Is dedication. When you have a family who loves you, who care, and and appreciate each other. And when we are raised with amazing, phenomenal mother, right, and sisters and brothers, communication is the key. And I'm dedicated on business entrepreneur, community advocate. I empower women, promotes cross-culture understanding people. I always never thought I know everything. I always know I need to learn. Always be humble. Always humiliate yourself to go down to earth and learn from scratch. It doesn't hurt. I came to Canada. They told me, "Do you have Canadian experience?" And I asked them, "What is a Canadian experience?" So I go there and I put myself on the map. And guess what? The community nominates me to be on the board of director of Toronto Community Housing. And most of our community, Black community, live in the Toronto Community Housing, but there's no representative. We speak, we acknowledge, we listen. All those things, it helps you to stand up and shake it and yes, I can do it. Do you understand that? So it drives me never give up. And now I'm looking at my two beautiful girls. One, she's a mental health social worker who are born in Toronto Community Housing. And my other daughter, she's an NGO in Vancouver, leading a huge NGO company, take the people to Tanzania and East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, to see how they can help and engage, like kids who are born in Canada, in North America. That's a door opening. So it shows me what I've teach my kids, it pay back to me. Before they say, "Mommy, can we go and work part-time?" I said, you go to university. You go and study, finish. That when I got the certificate, I put it on the wall. I said, "Now it's mine. Now you can go and do whatever you want," because now I know they've got mind on their head. Because first, their time belongs to me. So I was not controlling, but I want them to make something for themselves. Now they appreciate me. We are best friends. We work like we are sisters. We engage each other. We talk. We help each other. We lift each other. And I'm so proud. My little grandchild was 3 years old. She said, "No more monkey jumping in the bed." Like, it means, like, she's really encouraging too, to stand up. And then she asked questions, 3 years old. So that's make me keep moving, never give up. Like, I'm over 50. I feel I'm just 35 years old, right?
Girl, I thought it was 25. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. You are very much so full of life, full of great energy. I like the fact that you lead by example. We talk about this, Miriam. It's okay if you talk the talk, but you got to be able to back it up. And that backing up comes from the action that you take. If you're going to talk it, you better be able to walk it as well. And I like to say that's what we do over here. We walk it out, y'all. We walk it out. We work it out, and we know how to go and just make things happen. Lo and behold, as soon as we connected, it was just like game on. I'm like, tag team, you're it. And guys, we haven't even hugged on each other yet. So coming up in December, right around the corner, December 12th, all the way through the 15th, Miriam will be in the building. ATL, watch out, because not only she's going to be shining her energy wherever she goes, we're looking forward to celebrating her for her 2024 President's Lifetime Achievement Award. Come on now, put some hearts in the chat. Miss Miriam, how does it feel? You've been doing the work for years. You've been putting in those long hours. Now you're getting ready to receive your award for your volunteer work. How does that make you feel, Miriam? Please, we'd love to know.
First of all, I am honored. I'm honored. I appreciate and excited. Yes, Veronica, I am excited. Not just excited, I'm excited to meet those powerful women and celebrate each other, and lift each other up and hug each other and other women who are need us. So we need to work together, excite together, travel together, cry together, because sometimes you need that.
Oh yeah.
Some people cry for happiness or for sadness so we can lift each other up. So I'm looking forward and I'm so honored to be part of whole group.
Yes.
Hey, Tutama for Warrior Women.
That's right.
The Global Warrior Women. Salute.
Woo, woo. Salute, salute. Well, global warriors, global women are definitely taking a lead in, changing the trajectory of how they look at us, or how we're doing business, because we're uniting. I know right now, as it says, Miriam, you're going to be traveling all the way from Canada. We also have others that's going to be joining us from Canada as well. We have individuals that's joining us from Nigeria, alongside with Dubai, as well as where's some of those, of course, Las Vegas. We have
Haiti,
Mexico,
South Africa, Jamaica.
Come on, Jamaica's in the house. Oh my goodness. As we say, all roads lead to not only Atlanta City Hall, but really this is a sisterhood that's going to be so beautiful when we all come together. So if you haven't already purchased your tickets for December 12th event, that's going to take place at the Georgia State University. Make sure you reach out to us on the Global Women Wealth Warriors website page. For those who are looking forward to taking opportunities to join us for Resurgence, we are sold out of our VIP tickets. However, a birdie told me one or two of the cheerleaders, they still have access of having a ticket, so you probably can connect with them. But I know for sure our house tickets are sold out, and you know what, Miriam, that's a blessing within itself. But you know what also? December 5th, this stemmed all the way from South Africa with Nelson Mandela himself. We're celebrating not only his International Day, but it's an International Day for volunteers. And you, my beautiful sister, your name will be also called during that press conference that's taking place at the busiest and one of the largest airports in the world, Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. How does it make you feel, superstar?
First of all, I am honored. You cannot believe I'm excited. I was in South Africa and I met a beautiful women who are so powerful in South Africa, in Cape Town. I went to all the historical sites. I went to all the way to the mountain. I'm telling you, I have all my pictures. For the first time, I went and I go the ride. Everybody was so scared to go on it. I went. So that's why we say that step of honoring our legend, our heritage, our people who've been there for us, the volunteers, because all of us were volunteer, and that is a blessing from God. So the 5th of December around the world, there is no excuse at all. In Toronto, we're celebrating Nelson Mandela Day. In Atlanta, at Jacksonville Airport, don't miss it. If you're there, doesn't matter what, no excuses. Be there and be on time too. See, no African time. Be on time.
Absolutely no African time, please.
Be on time, because at the end of the day, we're missing opportunity, beautiful opportunity, because we missed the 5 minutes to be there. So always, just if it is 10 o'clock, just be there 10, 15 minutes before time. So then you're not going to miss out, because sometimes it's that trend of a beautiful opportunity of a lifetime. It passes you through it.
Yes. And we don't want it to pass us by, guys. We don't want this.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
Let's work together and let's be there. And on the 12th and the 13th of December, be there. Because at the end of the day, you celebrate me, you celebrate yourself.
Absolutely. Guys, put some more hearts in the chat. I want to do this because this is such a special time right now. You're giving me chills, Mary. You're giving me chills. When we come together, that unity, we can stand so much more for making a change. And with Nelson Mandela International Volunteer Day, alongside with the Global Women Wealth Warriors, the GW3 Society, being able to do our press conference along with Hartsfield Jackson International Airport as they're setting up their incredible Christmas decorations, guys. This is definitely something to celebrate. So even if you're not in Atlanta and you know someone else that is in Atlanta, make sure you send them this way, guys. Hartsfield Jackson International Airport, it will be a place where we're all showing up wearing our burnt orange, coming together, solidifying not only unity, but also we are the next game changers that the world needs to see. Our dear friend, we unfortunately we lost John Lewis in 2020. He was definitely one of those change makers right there alongside with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And before his last days, a couple of things he would always say: if you're going to get in trouble, Miriam, you better get into some good trouble. And as it stands right now, he took us all the way. He took us all the way as far as he could possibly take us. And even as his last days of him standing right there at Washington, D.C., he stated, "I've taken you as far as I can. It's time for you to do the rest." And you know what, Miriam? Here we are, we're doing the rest. We're going to welcome one more beautiful icon that's on with us all the way from, come on now, Somaliland, okay? She's also there in Canada, an incredible artist as well as an author and just a beauty. We're just surrounded by so many beautiful ladies. Miss Fatwa, how are you doing, beautiful?
I am so excited to be here. Thank you so much, Queen
Hakuna
Renee.
Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. That's
Hakuna
right.
Matata. This is wonderful. Hello, beautiful.
Yes. Well, you are looking exquisite over there. And what time is it, ladies? Are we all in the same time zone?
Yes, we are.
Oh, great. So we could talk all day then. Sometimes when I have people on the West Coast, it makes a little bit of a challenge, or even sometimes when we do our interviews with Africa, we always have to be respectful. But it's such an honor to have you here with us. Today feels like a Saturday. We know it's Thursday. So share with everyone, author, life coach. That's right, the author, life coach, Miss Fatwa. I had the pleasure of meeting you through the Queen herself, our ambassador, Miriam Adam. Let everyone know who you are and also a little bit more about where you're from. Please pour in.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for being here. Truly, truly appreciate. Hello, everyone. My name is Fadwa Yusuf. I am actually coming live to you right here in Kitchener, Ontario, just about an hour and a half away from Toronto, Canada. What can I say? I am, I have roots in so many different countries. So I am Somali. Originally, I am Somali. Those are my roots. But I also have roots from Tanzania, from Kenya, England, and then Canada now. But I call home Somaliland, and that's in East Africa.
I always say you guys have to take me to your home. So literally Tanzania, they brought me home. Okay. So now it's time for me to reciprocate this opportunity to bring you all here. But my hometown, ladies, is really New Orleans, Louisiana. So we're going to have to plan a whole different trip other than the one here in Atlanta. Is that okay with you all?
I'm in.
Okay.
Count me in.
I love it. I love it. So if you don't mind, you're an author, you are a woman there that have definitely embraced not only your value, you understand your purpose as well. We were just having a conversation, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 days ago, and women have a struggle. And I think right now we have to release that bondage off of our shoulders and stop even claiming that we have a struggle. Share with us what have been some of the ways that you've been able to break through in regard to even connecting. Because when I look at how phenomenal we are when we get together on these calls, it's like, oh my goodness, Miriam would have you on a call. She's like, okay, hold on, Queen. Okay, hold on, Queen. Okay, hold on, Queen. And next thing you know, we got 20 people on the call at one time. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know who's everybody. But
Yes.
she knows everyone. every value added, and you were one of those queens that she connected me with on the call. So share with us, why is it so important for us, not only as women, but powerful alpha women, to really appreciate what we do when we come together?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's a fantastic, way of just asking the questions. We usually don't even ask ourselves those questions. So this is my book, Going the Distance, No Paths Left Behind. And literally, when you think about going the distance, we're always going the distance. So when we think about challenges, that's going the distance. When we are thinking about going through the hurdles, whatever that may be, personal or professionally, every single day is going to be a challenge. And how did I come through this? It's through the challenges. If I had not gone through the experiences, none of this would have been possible for me. So coming back to, we were talking about a few days ago, regards to one of my latest challenge, I call it my opportunity to grow, right? Because the challenge is an opportunity for us to grow. It's a redirection to our highest calling, our highest self. So July 18th actually was one of those days that actually defined my life. I was given a 30-day notice of the elimination from my work. I wouldn't even call it elimination. It was just 30 days. We have no work for you due to reshuffling. So here I am thinking, oh my God, in 3 days, I'm actually traveling. And I'm traveling to England. I'm traveling to Kenya. I'm traveling to Zanzibar. I'm traveling to Tanzania. Tickets, everything taken care of. But it's expensive to travel. Now, as a single mom, I'm a woman, but also I'm a single mom. I have 2 kids, and I'm thinking, one income. What am I going to do? Do I cancel my trip? How long do I have to look for another job? And if I travel, I only have 3 days when I come back to look for something else. Or do I spend my time traveling, looking for work? So many questions. And then, of course, the fear, right, kicks in. Oh my God, what am I going to do? But in that moment, because I have done the work, going the distance, I've done the work, I realized what those fears were. And it's one of the most common fears is the uncertainty, the unknown. And I realized, hold on, I'm not afraid of the unknown. I'm not afraid of the uncertainty because I've done the work. I've rekindled with that uncertainty. I know what that looks like now. And I know what that fear looks like. I have developed that relationship with it. So I'm no longer afraid. But then it took me going from that state to realizing, oh my God, God answered my prayer. Time has been delivered to me because that's what I've been asking for. God, give me some time. Give me my time back so I can do the work that I want to do. Give me the time back so I can deliver the assignment that you have given me. And that's the moment everything shifted, because I was in the process of working on my book, but it wasn't complete. And that time away from work gave me time to actually come back and finalize going the distance. So I should actually give birth to this beautiful gem that I have learned through the lessons, my own life lessons, through the challenges, of course, and the challenges that I came through, and redefining my own purpose. Because purpose takes time. It's not given to us. You're going through challenges, and through your challenge, you find opportunities, and through those opportunities, you figure out what your purpose is through that. So just bringing back to that, women, as powerful as we can be, there's power when we look into the challenges that are coming into our life and look at it as not as a challenge, but what is that message trying to tell me? What is God trying to tell me? What is this calling trying to tell me? It's not a setback. It's actually a redirection to something bigger and better for me.
Absolutely love that message. And thank you so much for pouring in. I like the fact that we have to redirect our purpose sometimes, right? But we can't stop. We cannot stop. One of the things Greg S. Reed, he spoke with us about, had the pleasure of interviewing him on yesterday. And what a powerful, powerful being. When we understand it's not even about how we were raised, it really is not even about some of the things that we think it is. We just have to really have faith in ourselves. We have to have so much faith that faith and also work, because they got to go hand in hand. And dreams, a lot of people that still dreaming, they haven't gone to work yet. So
yes.
you have to have big dreams, but you really have to put yourself into action as well. Now, with your beautiful book that you have, is that like one of those most passionate items that you have right now
Mm.
that you're giving birth to humanity?
Yeah.
I like to say it that way.
I know, like you said a couple of things, right? You talked about
Yes.
faith. I love that. You have to have faith. You know, I like to use faith than hope, because
Yes.
hope, you're putting it into the future, right? But when you say, I have faith, things are going to work out, and then I'm going to take action because I believe things will work out, right? And going the distance, let me tell you, this wasn't in my view right up until 2 years ago. I thought
Mm.
about writing a book 7 years ago. I always talked about, I'm going to write a book. I didn't know what I was writing a book about, but I knew I'm going to write a book. I'm like, I'm going to write a book. I don't know what it is. Then I started writing about 5 years ago. I still have what I wrote in my iCloud. But then 2 years ago, pieces, Queen, pieces that are, coming together. I've done a lot of work, when you talk about taking action. And
Yes.
some of the things that we grow up in with our perceptions that we hold, the beliefs that we hold, that shaped who we become, right? And we think that's our identity, and we think that's who we are. And until I started I would say disrupt that perception. And I realized, oh, I was holding an image that wasn't true for me. A
Mm.
false image. The mind, I listened to the interview you did with the gentleman that you talked with, said Greg, and
Yes,
he's
Greg.
good friend with Bob Proctor. And
Mm-hmm.
you know of Bob Proctor's work, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? The first opening in my world of personal development was Bob Proctor.
Mm.
And he asked, what is the image you hold in your mind? An alarm
How?
woke me up. And that was
Yeah.
2019, Queen Renee. In 2019, I was homeless, jobless,
Mm.
penniless. I'm staying at my aunt's basement apartment.
Mm.
I had just come back from Africa because I took off 2017. Literally, I went on a self-rescue mission with my two kids
Okay.
because
Mm.
I wanted to find that piece that I lost. Where's Fadwa? And it started with that. And then when I came back 2 years later, this gentleman is talking about paradigm shift and working on your mind and work. And I'm thinking, what is this man talking about? And once I was introduced to this world, I was like, oh my God, this world existed? How come I didn't know about it? And it started there. And one door opened 100 doors, and 100 doors opened thousands of doors because curiosity and my mind just opened up. And
Yes.
it brought me where I am today. It
Yes.
brought me up where I am today. And literally, we have to disrupt our mind. It starts with the mind and ends with the mind. Right?
Absolutely. I love what you
Yes.
said.
Yeah.
Disrupt that mind. You
Disrupt
know,
it.
it's almost like we have to also, we use this analogy. We have to almost kill the person that we thought we were in order
Yes.
to become who we
Yeah.
need to become. We got to kill that person because we get so wrapped up in the way things used to be. And so
Mm-hmm.
whether we get so wrapped up in the way people used to call us a certain name or call us by a
Mm-hmm.
certain name, or we get
Mm-hmm.
wrapped up with the awards that we received as opposed to not even looking at what's yet to come. So we
Mm-hmm.
can't just get so, I guess, get so excited about the journey where you are, because sometimes you have to really say, you know what? I'm going to live in the moment, but I got to stretch myself.
Yeah.
Somebody please put that in the chat. I got to stretch myself.
You gotta
Whoa.
stretch. You gotta
I
stretch.
got to
Absolutely.
stretch myself. I
Yeah.
had to go 3 years, I kid you not, 3 years in a total darkness. It
Yeah.
was the best thing ever. And when you said that you had to go through your homeless stage of long side with some of the dark roads, we all need to go through that. In order for you to reach your full success, you have to almost hit rock bottom,
Mm-hmm.
because many don't always reach their success that you think that they do. They probably have money, but money is not about success, guys. Let me
No.
share with you. If you have a lot of money and if you don't have a character, oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
it's only going to amplify your bad ways. And I know we've seen many of that in the past. Sometimes what we have to we have to have that humility and stay grounded and utilize God's grace to guide us through. So I think
Absolutely.
we got, yes, go ahead, beautiful.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I like what you said, right? When you talked about almost you have to kill that person, right? And what happens, this is the strange thing that I'm finding out. As we are growing, as we're evolving and we're transforming, we will find ourselves in a situation where we are being called crazy, right? You're crazy. You
All the
have
time.
changed. You have changed. I don't recognize you anymore. You're not the person that I used to know. Now, what I've come to realize is this, that yes, actually, you're right. I am not the person you knew. Yes, you're right. I have changed. I have grown. I have transformed. But the one thing is, you're holding on to the person that no longer exists. You're holding on to the person that I actually killed and buried and is resting, you know? And you're holding on to that piece. No wonder you cannot recognize the person who's standing in front of you, right? So we also have to be at peace with that, because sometimes it can be very confusing when somebody says that to you and you're thinking, what am I doing wrong? But we don't realize that on this journey, we walk on this journey alone. We don't have to be lonely. We don't have to feel lonely, because it's a very rewarding and fulfilling journey, right? And
Absolutely.
oftentimes we think we feel, oh, I'm alone in this journey. No, it's a fulfilling journey, but I have to walk this journey alone, right? And we will get people who are very close to us who will tell us these things, but we have to stand with ourselves and be authentic in who we are, and not fall back to that person that we actually, who does no longer exist and no longer plays a part in our life today.
Well, you know, we'll talk about this. As I said, once you stretch, it's like that rubber band. You can't go back to that same size that you were. So when you stretch yourself, and I mean it just like that, when you stretch yourself, make sure when you let the rubber band go, it's only going to propel you forward.
Yeah.
Only going to prepare you for it. You know, so many of us get so wrapped up. I love the metaphor of Lot's wife. As she was walking, and God said, I have a kingdom ahead of you guys. I really want to put you all in position to win. Unfortunately, she was so busy with what she thought she was losing until she turned backwards. And of course, she turned into a pillar of salt. And so what we have to realize, a lot of things could be distractions. And we have to be really, really careful of those distractions. In addition to, you already know what I'm talking about, right? A lot of things, distractions, and that could take us off of our focus. So this season, not only we got to get laser focused, but we have to also surround ourselves with other eagles who see us. And that's what I feel within this community that we have right now. Fadwa, you're going to say something? Pour in. And then, of course,
no, it's
Mary.
true. Absolutely. I mean, and that's the thing, right? It doesn't have to be a journey where we need to take it alone. We want to celebrate this moment and the journey and bring those people who are on this journey along, right? You are the sum of people who you hang out with. And what better way to accelerate our life and elevate ourselves when you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people? That's how you grow, right? And not to say that we're leaving everyone behind. I think for me, I'm a true believer. Any individual, any experience, any adversity that we go through is there to teach us a lesson, right? It's there to help us understand ourselves even better. And it's there to mirror where we are at in that moment as well. So it's a moment of growth too.
Absolutely. Miss Miriam, you want to chime in on that?
She said it all. Like, I just endorse it. And 100%, everybody should read that book to get more information. I'm telling you, that book, I got the first day when I saw it. So I understand it, and I really, say humility is very important to understand. And we said that no members were left behind, but at the end of the day, some people, it's very hard for them to step up. So just go forward. Like, don't keep going backward to try it, because it delays you too. So you will never move forward. So sometimes whoever doesn't want, you have to let it go. Show them that you can do it. Then themselves to the say, it was not that hard, right? Because sometimes when you're waiting for somebody, it takes you backwards. So moving forward, I agree with our Queen Renee and our beautiful author, for
Yeah.
I'll add to what you
Yeah.
said, because we can't take everybody on our journey.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we like to keep the doors open, not everybody could step up to the next level of where you are propelling yourself. Greg spoke about Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart wanted to take more of the people that was just from his hometown with him, but not everybody could see the vision like how he needed to see the vision. And so what he did, he wound up creating some of the other areas where he could still connect with them, like he said, restaurants or even game places or things of that nature. But he can't take everybody with him. Tyler Perry talks about that all of the time. You're beginning to start really, as they said, spreading your wings. And you start realizing not everybody even have your best interest at heart. You start becoming, or you start seeing people totally different. Yes, I have always been a little crazy. I'm going to say it. I don't mind being called crazy because I'm crazy for God. And I know God is using me each and every day. And so as long as I keep him right there in alignment, and I stay in alignment with him and that covenant that we have to stay protected around, we're going to be all right. Crazy and all right? Crazy and all.
Crazy is okay. Yes. There's nothing wrong with being crazy, because the decisions that we end up making, we have to be crazy enough to make those decisions. Like anytime I look at my life, the decisions that I've made, I never made it out of comfort. I made it because I was uncomfortable. I had to make uncomfortable decision, right? And I had to be bold, and I had to be crazy enough to actually do it. And that's how I know I'm making the right decision, because when it's one of those things that sometimes we think we have to speak to somebody else to give us validation to the decisions, right? But it's our life, and our decisions are based on what we want to do in life and the outcomes that we want to take, right? There's so many things that I've been told, right? When I made the decision in 2017 to move, literally I sold everything, and I got a one-way ticket to Africa with my 2 kids. Everybody thought I lost it. She's crazy, right? Now, you know what they say to me? Wow, you made the right decision for you in that moment. But we actually thought you were out of your mind, right? Because nobody knew my journey. Nobody knew. I lived it. They didn't.
Yes.
Right. So it's very important for us to make those decisions. And sometimes, I don't like to use the word selfish. I like to use self-love, because you're doing it for you.
Self-love. Yeah.
It's self-love. Yeah. It's not selfish. It's self-love. You're doing something for you, for your own good. How can it be selfish? It has to be self-love. Right. And one of the things that I've come to realize after writing this book, 2 things. One is that people who look like us, think that we are immune and exempted from mental health and trauma. And we think people who look like us don't have any of those problems, right? Therefore, it's only for certain people, right? So we exempted from it. We exempted from it. So we need to really have this kind of conversations and say, you know what, it's about time. Yes. Mental health is real, trauma is real, and we need to start working and talking about it and actually embracing it and being open to it and get support. Because I didn't know I was going through mental health at the time. I didn't know I was going through depression, right? I didn't know I was carrying a lot of sadness and loneliness and emptiness. I didn't get it. It was a language that I didn't understand when I spoke to the doctor. I'm like, I don't understand this void in me, this emptiness in me. I don't know what it is, right? So we don't talk about it. And I think it's time for us to start talking about it. If we don't, a lot of people are going to suffer.
Absolutely. I gather for so many years, we've been told to keep it to yourselves. Of course, back in the day, the parents used to always say, whatever happens in the house, got to stay in the house. And so sometimes people hold on to that where they don't feel as if that they have anyone to talk to. But this is definitely the season. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Mom used to always say things are so much better on the out as opposed to on the in. And so many people just have to heal. And with that healing, it takes time. Even when you're saying, even with the journey, it takes time. It's not something that's going to take overnight, but you have to be willing to embrace healing and forgiveness, because those two words have to go hand in hand. And not only forgiveness, because, we got to forgive for so many reasons. You got to first forgive yourself for even allowing certain things to happen. Forgive those who even caused the pain, and also keep forgiving yourself for not even understanding what is okay to not be okay. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that I'm not okay. It's okay.
It's okay
really
not to be okay.
Yeah, it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah, you're human.
Yeah, you're human. So now let's just seek help.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
One of the things, sorry,
okay.
go ahead.
No, please go.
One of the things that I tell my clients or anybody is that, moving forward towards forgiveness, I really love what you said, forgiving yourself, right? And sometimes we don't understand what we forgive ourselves for, because we're pointing our fingers too much to other people. And peace comes from inner forgiveness first, because we're too hard on ourselves. So one of the things I tell people, one of the exercise is to say, I forgive you for. And then you say what you forgive yourself for. So you're not forgiving you, the adult self. You're actually forgiving the inner child in you, the younger part in you that is holding on to the wounds that needs healing, right? So you're coming back to that part and you're saying, I forgive you. Or please forgive me, because you want that forgiveness. Please forgive me for not loving you. Please forgive me for not accepting you. Please forgive me for not seeing you. Please forgive me for. So you're saying what you want to seek forgiveness for to that young part in you. And that brings a lot of peace. I love you. Yes. I love you for. I love you for you. I love you, whatever the case may be. And then I'm sorry. I'm sorry for. I'm sorry for not loving you. I'm sorry for not seeing you. I'm sorry for not speaking up for you. I'm sorry for not standing up for you. That's so powerful. So when we start putting that, it's like we're filling the cup. We're filling ourselves with compassion and kindness, and to me, that's the best way to start learning how to forgive ourselves.
Well, and healing too.
And the healing.
It's part of healing is a process, right? Yeah. And I think one of the reasons people don't want to go back is the pain. I don't want to feel the pain. It's too painful. The memories are painful. But you know what? One of the things I always say is that pain that you were so afraid to go to has already happened. It's not happening to you this moment, right? So, and that pain is that young part of you that is holding on to that pain. It's not the adult self. So how do we begin the healing? Is actually coming. It's your reparenting you, basically. You think about a 2-year-old like Queen Mariam. You have a grandson. And look at your grandson and say, how would you embrace your grandson? How would you comfort your grandson? What are the things you would do to bring comfort? Those things that you will do for your grandson is the things that you want to do for that young part of you. So just holding that space.
Singing and dancing.
There you go. What would you do for that? How would you comfort? How would you show love to that young child? What you will do to that is what you will do to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Well, beautiful viewers, you already see why we're excited. We're going to have both the incredible, iconic women that's going to be joining us. And not only that, I want you to share with everyone how to get your book. Let's talk about that.
Yes.
Of course, you're going to have our vendors for the event, but to everybody how you can get your book as well.
Yes, so it's actually Going the Distance, No Parts Left Behind is available on Amazon. Okay, so worldwide, US, you can go to Amazon.com. Anywhere else, Amazon.com or Amazon.ca. But guess what? In every chapter, there's a reflection page. So you get to take notes. There's going to be a lot of moments of introspection. This book is, I always say, take time, don't rush through it. Each chapter is going to, it's going to bring things in you, upon you. So it's a moment to come back to you and be compassionate and kind to yourself, because there's going to be moments that will be triggered that you want to have a lot of introspection of. So take time, don't rush through it. Let me tell you, this is something that you also want to give to somebody else, not just you. give to somebody else because you cannot share with somebody else. This is yours because it's yours and it's your journey alone that you want to do it. Yeah.
Absolutely love that. I see Miss Marion is busy right now. I'm looking so forward to welcoming you to Atlanta. Now, will this be your first time coming to Atlanta?
Actually, it'll be the second time, but the first time I
Okay.
came there was many, many moons ago. So I am actually excited. Yes, I was
Yes.
young and naive and didn't know what was happening. So this time around is very intentional, and I do look forward to seeing you.
Yes. Well, I see Marion has one of your copies of your book. We're going to look forward to reading your book because, you know, we have our book club, and that's one of the items that we'll do after Resurgence. But we're
Yes.
looking forward to that warm embrace to have you both to join us all the way from Canada. You know, I know for sure it's going to be such an amazing time to meet Miriam for the very first time and to meet you for the very first time. But then I'm going to go back to Miriam because I need to squeeze her so hard. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait. I look so forward to it, ladies. I really, really do. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning because we have even more opportunities ahead of us because, ladies, we are breaking those glass ceilings. Yes, we are. We're breaking those barriers. We're showing women how to come together, the inclusivity from all across the globe. It's not just about what you do in your backyards. It's about the impact that you make worldwide, because we need each other. We truly need each other. And with Miriam help, I know for sure we could rank in at least another million more women. Right, Miriam? Oh, what is she showing us? The back copy of the book?
Oh, turn on you're muted.
You're
The
mute,
Maasai
you're
women, you see, they need us.
okay, the Maasai women. Yes.
That's
We are,
Tanzania.
That's
we are
Tanzania.
coming.
Tell us about the Maasai women, Miriam.
Our women are the amazing. You see, when we say that warrior women, those are
Yes.
Maasai women are the indigenous, the original culture of East Africa. So they are in Kenya, they're in Tanzania, but many of them, they are in Tanzania. I'm telling you, the way they live and they're happy. That's the beauty about it. So we are waiting for our beautiful North American women to be there on the ground, dancing, wearing the Maasai. You see, this is my Maasai women did for me.
Oh,
See?
wow.
Beautiful.
Even the clothing I'm wearing, it's a Maasai. So I am really representing. We are waiting for everyone around the world. If you've never been to Tanzania, this is your chance. Connect with our ambassador, Queen Renee, and find out. I'm telling you, that is a trip to remember. It's a trip where memory of culture, heritage, the arts, the music, the food, and the Serengeti, the Ngorongoro, the Kilimanjaro, the tallest mountain of Africa, and the Zanzibar beach in a spicy island with the spice where it keep you health and wellness. I'm telling you, I'm looking forward myself over and over again.
I am in.
I'm in. Okay, I'm in. It's
I am in.
You don't even need to do Resurgence. No, let's just go to Africa. Okay.
We are doing this amazing. I had the opportunity to actually visit this summer, and for the first time, it was a solo trip for me from Mombasa to Zanzibar, Zanzibar to Moshi, Arusha. Solo trip by myself. Let me tell you, it was just phenomenal. Yes, amazing.
So was that your
I'm
first month in Zimbabwe?
Zanzibar. It was my first
Okay,
time Zanzibar.
Yes.
So I was in Nairobi and then Mombasa, and then first time Mombasa, and then I went to Zanzibar. And
I sent her.
Had a meeting with the mayor of Zanzibar. Did an interview with him. Yeah, he took me on a tour. Went back to his office and I did a guest sign book, at his office. So yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah.
I mean, something about Zanzibar, it is just so beautiful. And I mean, just Tanzania in general, but Zanzibar, it has a different type of awakening, you know? And I appreciate the fact that a lot of people don't even realize how blue the water is in
Yes.
Zanzibar. It is so blue, guys. I mean, you can see straight through the water. It's so clear and clean. And then of course on that beautiful white sand. So yes, after resurgence, all roads will lead to 2024 Tanzania, baby. So yes,
Yes.
you will be coming to experience the unforgettable. Well, you know what?
Tanzania unforgettable.
Yes,
And the
Tanzania.
president, Mama Samia, our president is a woman too, warrior
Yes.
woman, you know. So just imagine.
Yes. And I'll
Yeah,
share this
your
with
honor,
everyone too.
salute.
Yes, for December 5th. Everybody, please make sure you mark that on your calendar. December 5th, we will kick off our press conference right there with Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. You want to be on time, 11 a.m. You already heard Miriam. No other time. We're going to stay on time because definitely it's going to be an impactful experience, not only celebrating the fact that they have their Christmas lights alongside the Christmas tree in the Hartsfield Jackson International Airport going up. We know that's also Nelson Mandela. Not only is it International Volunteer Day, but also I like to just say it's an international day for Nelson Mandela because we know President of South Africa, he had a huge movement. I encourage everyone, if you haven't already watched the movie Infectious, that's one of his movies that really helped to really connect you with Nelson Mandela's movement. It's not about the color of our skin. It has nothing to do with where we're from. It's got to be something that can bring that movement together so we can unite. And that's what we're looking to do for December 5th. So even if you're not in Atlanta, make sure you send people to Atlanta, Hartsfield Jackson International Airport, the domestic side. Please show up wearing your burnt orange. That burnt orange is a signification of unity alongside with solidarity. And I want to say this, guys, women, we're standing together bolder, stronger, and I would say, oh, just more in love because we're doing it straight
Yes.
from there. Big time
Yes.
love,
Yes.
okay?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, ladies, as we get ready to close out this special segment on this incredible Thursday, please share with everybody words of wisdom that you like to leave. And then don't forget to share how to get in contact with you. Miriam, we'll start with you since we started with you with the interview earlier today.
The most important thing, love yourself enough in order anybody else to love you. Take care of yourself enough in order anybody else to take care of you. You know, share, care. Because the more you care about yourself and others, then it is contagious. Positive energy attract positive attitude, right? And I love to be the one to carry that positive energy. They told me I'm crazy. I love being crazy, you know, because it gives me that energy to exceed. So don't be scared. We're together.
I love that. Love it. And I love your energy. What I would say is that your existence is meaningful. Your existence has meaning. Your life has purpose. So oftentimes we get messed up with the narrative, the false narrative that we may hold or society may hold of us. What I want to say is that you can rewrite your story, and it begins today. Rewrite your story however you want it to be. Rebrand your story however you want it to be. Retell a different story. Disrupt the mindset, I would say. Disrupt the perception you have of yourself and create that image you hold of yourself. What is the image you have for yourself right now? And how is it serving you? And then disrupt that image. Because 2025 is going to be an epic year for you. 2025, yes, 2025 is going to be an epic year for you. But don't wait. Start today because your existence matters. Your existence has meaning. Your existence is bringing magic to this world. Your existence is a miracle to the world. Forget about all the perceptions that you may hold or society may hold of you. But I want you to take back that image you have that you envision for yourself and create that life that you want, create that life that you envision today. And let 2025 be the epic year that you've always envisioned for yourself. And get a grab a copy, going the distance, because it has all the tools that you need to get you there.
Wow.
You have all the tools to get you there. I want to just pour this into the community. It's so important for us to understand not only are you valuable, but the key here is the collaboration. We want to spread our wings, and we can't do it by ourselves. We need each other. That togetherness is everything. So as you come into an agreement with us in this movement, not only are we going to lean on you, we want you to lean back on us, because that's the only way that we're going to be able to grow unselfishly. Remember, we're not in competition with you. No, that's not the key at all. We're in collaboration with you. And we're going to stay in a space where only God grace can take us throughout these different channels and these different journeys, because we know for sure we will not be able to do it without his approval. That's right, without his approval. You got to seek God first in all your moves and not wait for approval from a man, but wait for that approval from God himself. Remember, this is the season 2022, 2020, 2024 through 2025. It's about collaborations. It's about celebration. It's about utilizing your time and staying in the moment. Because, baby, this is our season. And I'm excited about our journey and where we're going. So, ladies, are you ready? Are you ready?
We are ready.
I was born ready.
Can we finish with Hakuna Matata song, please? Can we finish with Hakuna Matata song?
Oh, please. You got to play a Matata song?
Yes, me and Father, we're going to sing that.
Okay.
Jambo, Jambo, Bwana,
habari gani? Mzuri sana.
Wageni wakaribishwa Tanzania yetu, hakuna matata. Atlanta yetu, hakuna matata. Come on, Queen Kajon. Atlanta yetu, hakuna matata. Queen Warrior, hakuna matata. Africa yetu, hakuna matata. The world peace, hakuna matata. Let's do it all day. Hakuna matata.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, guys, you surely don't want to miss this incredible, beautiful, this energy. You can feel it right here on the set. But wait until we see each other coming up December 11th. Because some of you guys are coming in December 11th, but for sure December 12th, when we'll be welcoming you all to Atlanta. All roads lead to Atlanta in December. Mm-hmm. And then after that, Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Let's
go Tanzania, to all the way to the tallest mountain of Africa, Kilimanjaro, and Arusha, and Serengeti, and Ngorongoro, and Zanzibar, beautiful island.
By the beach, oh my goodness, yes. It's going to be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So
it's a spicy town.
It's spicy. Oh, I can get my spices. I can get some more of my ginger alongside with my
your chai masala.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And coffee from Moshi.
That's right. Kilimanjaro
best coffee.
Oh, the best coffee. Yes, it is. And I mean, there's so much greatness there in Tanzania. And so I'm looking forward to welcoming, and we're looking forward to bringing the diaspora to Africa as we bridge these gaps and strengthening these relationships. It's about unity, and we need each other. So ladies, thank you so very much for joining us for this episode featuring some of those 100 most influential leaders to watch for. You'll see these guys right there in Atlanta coming up December 12th through the 15th. You surely want to be a part of this movement. Until then, we're going to roll our shoulders back. We put our heads up high. It's time to go blaze the universe. You know why? The world needs another game changer. And that game changer is YOU. So it's time for you to go to work. Bye for now.